This is an article that was published on the Religious News Service website on the 20th of April, 2022, by Heather Green. The article tells us, as many gathered for Easter and Passover festivities over the weekend, an estimated 550 atheists, freethinkers, humanists, and other non believers converged on Atlanta for the American Atheist National Convention. Typically held on Easter weekend, the annual event was live for the first time since the start of the pandemic, and the excitement was palpable. Energized by the in person gathering after such a long hiatus, the community of non believers, a general term used for all of those who identify with these groups, was ready to discuss some of the most pressing concerns facing their ranks today. So I don't. I typically identify as an atheist. I am an atheist, but it's not a label I use. I just generally don't use it. Generally prefer the label skeptic. Ironically, which was not included in the atheist, freethinker, and humanist collection in this article, I'm not American. So some of the very, very real problems that exist for the people in the US don't exist for me in the UK. And one of the wonderful things about doing this show is that you get to hear the voices that are outside of your everyday experience. And that provides, we've been talking about education, that provides a wonderful opportunity to learn. So, from your very friendly neighborhood other, what do you guys think? Take it away.
Oh, well, I'm not big on, physical activities because I prefer this. I like being able to be at the same time with somebody from the other side of the world, Richard. So, but it's cool that some of you guys are able to reunite. And one thing that I really liked is that in this meeting, there were people from Freedom from Religion Foundation, Americans United, American Humanists Association, Foundation Beyond Belief, Secular Student Alliance. So this means that we are starting to create atheist communities, in your case, around the country. I wish here we had those groups, but there are some smaller groups, and that gives me some hope. It means that we are not totally alone. Recover from Religion is trying to unite people, and they always participate in this type of things as well. The already mentioned other groups, other non-believers, people in there are doing their part. So it makes me happy that these groups exist and they get together and we have our community. Take that, church. You're not the only ones with a community.
That's right. Jessica.
Boy, when I think about atheist community, I think of the 2012 Washington D.C. Made a there was a name for it, and I cannot think of it at off my dome. Anybody? No. Um, it was it was 2012, and it was an atheist march on Washington,
Mhm.
and we had our Richard Dawkinses and our Tim Minchinses. Um, it was 2012. It was 10 years ago, and I will say it was the most significant event I've ever been to. It
Reason
was the
Rally?
first. Yeah, the reason. Thank you. The reason rally.
Mm.
It was where I met Hemet, who is now my partner in crime. Um, and I am an extrovert, and I am over the moon about these these things happening again, because to me it was extraordinarily important to find people. And I'm from an area that isn't especially religious, but being in a space where I could say what I wanted to say and not feel uncomfortable and not feel protected, truly atheist the atheist community is one of the most important things that has happened in my entire life, and I am over the moon that it's happened again, and I hope they keep happening, and I understand it's a different situation now, but boy oh boy, I want to go to another conference and like hang out with some people. It's the best. It's the best. If you need like somebody who feels your kind of way and you don't have that in your life, it's the fucking best.
You heard it here, people. It's the fucking best. And
Did I answer anything that you asked me,
yeah,
or did I just yell?
no, you're good. You're good. You didn't yell that time. Uh, and you're an extrovert. Who knew? Anywho,
Yes, so shocking, so shocking.
Yeah, I couldn't have
shocking.
guessed.
I couldn't have
Thank you,
guessed. Richard,
everybody.
could you have guessed?
Totally.
Did you guess, Richard?
Not a clue. Not a clue.
None of us
Thank you.
knew. No.
Thank you,
There,
everybody.
and everybody, you heard it here first. But I will say this, like, yes, I'm very pleased that the American Atheist Convention did go forward.
Mhm.
This, and I believe it was just this past weekend, where the atheists converged on Atlanta, as the article stated. And some of my favorite people were able to present, and they had a lot of different representation. Also, don't forget the Black non-believers. They were there. Mandisa, and also Company were representing. Tina Marshall from the Charlotte, North Carolina chapter of the Black non-believers was also there on a panel. Even like Will Judy, who represents the Houston Oasis, was there as well. Matter of fact, he was even honored with the American Atheist Activist of the Year 2022. And one of his particular missions is actually to create coalitions across organizational lines, and including non-secular groups, and also to create community. And I think that, like, one of the reasons why these type of conventions are important and meetups are important, and even doing shows like the nonprofits are important, is because they let people know who happen not to be believers, who are skeptics, who are agnostic, who are even still questioning, that you're not alone and community does exist, and we are here for you.